Got it. Okay. Well, welcome, Jeannie. No, you have. You didn't come on here with the rest of us before, have you, Jeannie?
Was it? I think I was.
Okay.
I
Louise
don't
is
remember.
from Texas. Patty is from Illinois, and so they are. Patty's been around for over 30 years, right? Yeah. And Louise has probably been probably about as long as I have, I'm guessing.
It'll be 17 years next month.
All right, 17. Okay. And I'm going on 12 years. Actually in
Oh,
October. So we get together and we do these little trainings for new consultants. And so I don't know if you last one, but you might have been, but this is not the same as the last one we did if you were on 2 weeks ago. So it's this type of cat where you're from, but you can just tell us if you don't have to type it.
I'm from Culpeper, Virginia, and Anna is my recruiter.
Ow. Just looking at her. Okay, let me see.
and we have a new person. We have Nikki.
Yeah.
Nikki, say hello. Where are you from and who is your recruiter? Oh, there she is. WV, which I should know what WV is.
West Virginia. And
Oh.
one of mine. Thanks for joining, Nikki. Okay, so Nikki, if you're just joining, I don't know if you heard that we have a couple of consultants. Jeannie is actually on my team. She lives in Culpeper, Virginia, and then she's a sister. Texas.
Sorry, that's my little one in the background.
Okay. And then Patty is from Illinois. So all of us are directors and above. And then Jeannie is a new, just like you. And we're here just to give you some little overview of new consultant training. And if you're in Dash, that's a really good place to be. So, but we'll probably touch on that during this training. So, so we're here to enrich lives, one meal and one memory at a time. So that's kind of our mission. And I like that. So discover your why. It's important to have your why so you can focus on your ultimate goal when things are going well. And so you can stay motivated when the journey becomes challenging. Take a moment to reflect so you can uncover a why that will help you celebrate your wins and encourage you through your setbacks. So it's really important to know why you do what you do and why you joined this business. And that's probably going to change. I know it has for me. For me, when I started, it was, I just want free stuff. Okay. And that's where I started. And then today it's a totally different reason. 12 years later, I do this because I love it and it supplements my retirement. So, and I've been blessed and to meet some wonderful consultants and people along the way, and just every day I meet new people and they're just really neat. That's why I like what I do. So, all right. What do you want to do? Do you want to fund a caffeine fix? Do you want to pay debt? Do you want to put a car payment? Do you want to replace a full-time job and work for yourself? Do you know? I know what Jeannie wants to do. I'm not sure what Nikki wants because we haven't really chatted a whole lot about this. But for me, it's, well, I just drink coffee. I don't care where it's coming from.
Me neither. Mine's coming from my kitchen.
All right. Pay bills. Yeah, it's always nice to have extra money to pay bills, So do you want to relax more, travel more, and have more fun? And I tell you, I do have fun with Pampered Chef, and I do love the travel, that I earn through Pampered Chef. That I love it. So, or make your everyday better with a flexible schedule, extra income, and a person that's happier. And I've become happier since I've retired. So, yep, there it is. So Nikki says to have fun. She's in the chat. I think I can read, but anyway. But yeah, all good reasons. Okay, let's dream a little bit. if you knew you couldn't fail, what would you like your Pampered Chef business to look like? That's okay, Nikki. We understand you have kids in the background. That's part of our life.
Mhm.
If you knew you couldn't fail, what do you think your business would look like? Anybody? You can put it in the chat if you don't know. You don't have to say anything. Uh-oh, I did it again. Anybody want to get a little stab? Well, think about it. Think about it. Okay, do you want a successful business? Well, and they say start with 4 shows a week. Repeat after me. 4 shows a week, no matter what, will grow your business. Sounds like a lot to, especially if you're working full time. I know Jeannie is, but you got to, if it's 4 too many, then you start where you feel comfortable. But if you want to earn like anything that Pampered Chef has to offer, that's kind of average. And you're working fast track rewards right now, so that's kind of the cool thing, is that in your first 90 days, you are working on fast track rewards, and that's a really good way to do it. So I know personally, I do 4 or 5 shows a week. Most of them are virtual. I have been stabbing at or getting back into the real live shows. I actually have one tomorrow out in Strasbourg. So that will be a daytime one. So it's about an hour from my house, but I think it'll be fun. So, all right. Do you want to do this one, Louise?
Sure. So let's take a look at the numbers. So Anna just said to try to do at least on average 4 shows a week. So on an average virtual party, we're putting that at $400 a party. So 4 shows times the $400 for each party will be $1,600 in sales a week. So $1,600 in sales a week times 4 weeks in the month will be $6,400 in sales, which puts you at the highest commission level, because your commission level increases as your sales increases within the month. So for that amount, you'll be at 25%. That will bring you home $1,600. So who could use an extra $1,600 a month? Yes, absolutely. That's not, bad money. That's great. So now you want to envision, well, what if you did 6 shows in a week or 8 shows in a week? If you're doing 1 show and you're, you might as well do more than 1, right? You might as well do 4, 5, 6, whatever you're comfortable with. Now, I also like to say, well, let's bump that up a notch. So the average virtual party for company-wide, I think, is actually $500. Yeah. We just put it at $400 because, you guys are newer consultants. But let's just say that your product knowledge is on point and your virtual parties are great, or you're doing some in-home cooking parties where your sales will be higher. So then, let's say if your sales were $600 per party, all of that just gets bumped up, right? So I don't have the math in front of me, but obviously, obviously, the higher show average you have, the more sales you're going to have, which just means more money for you. Yay! Yeah.
And I think too, with this month being the $650, people get an extra $100. A lot of my hostesses are very motivated to reach that $650 to get the extra $100. And they are really surprised when they reach it. I've had several to reach the $1,000 mark, actually. So I'm not complaining, and neither were they.
No, I know whenever the company does give us that extra 100 or double or whatever it is that they give us for reaching, for parties that reach 650, that is a huge motivator for your hosts. So make sure that during your host coaching, which we will talk about at some point, that your hosts realize what they can get with in the increments, like what their host rewards are. So like, for instance, this month, when they reach 650 in their guest sales, they're going to get an extra $100 in free. So it's really important that your hosts know that.
Yeah, and that's what I say. I say the goal for your party is at least 650 because you'll get another $100 in free product. I said, it's up to you, but well, I know what I would be doing. So,
Right. So Nikki said, to be successful, to be able to have a flexible schedule with kids while going to college. So this business is perfect for that. And then the next thing she said is, for someone starting out, what do you suggest to get the word out? Well, I would suggest contacting, which we're going to get to that in just a second, but contacting your
list
relatives, your friends. We'll get to that in just a second. So just hold tight. We'll go through the whole list.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. You want to do this one, Louise, and I'll do this.
Okay. So we want to set SMART goals. SMART is, I think the word is an acronym. So that is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So specific, let's start with that. What are your goals? What are you targeting? Well, for you guys, seeing that you're brand new, that's super easy. You want to target those fast track rewards. So you first of all want to set on getting to your $500. So you get that first, as I call them, carrots, which is the whipped cream maker and this mini scraper. Then you're going to want to target reaching the $12.50 in sales. Then you're going to want to target reaching $2,500 in sales, and then the $5,000, because you're going to be getting all these different fast track rewards for each level that you're targeting. Later on in the business, you might have different goals you're trying to reach. You might be wanting to reach that next career title. You might want to be a senior consultant or a team leader or a director. You're trying to get that incentive trip. That's my goal every year, is to get that incentive trip by summertime. So that's always my specific goal. So now that you know what your goal is, next you want to make it measurable. How are you going to measure your goal? Is it going to be by the number of parties you do each month? Is it going to be by the number of bookings or the sales you're going to submit? So you kind of wanted to know. I know how much I want to do each month as far as a dollar amount I want to do every month. But you can break it down in like, okay, I want to make sure to get in my 4 shows a week. You can break it down that way. However you want to break it down, or whatever works for you. I just know for me, it's a dollar amount that I'm tracking every single month. And then you want to be able to make it actionable. What actions will you take to achieve your goal? So my biggest action is, I know my goal. You got to start with knowing your goal, right? And you want to know how many parties you need to reach that goal. So let's say your goal is to have a certain dollar amount. All right, let's break that dollar amount down into parties, right? You can use the show average of $400 a show, or you could use the company show average of $500. Once you get going, you can use your own show average, right? Maybe you are trying to promote to the next level, so you want to know how many consultants that you want to bring into to join your team. So however it is that you want to be able to have the actions to achieve your goals. Next, realistic, or here it says relevant. How is this goal relevant to you? How will this support your why? So you have to know what your why is, that Anna talked about first, because your goal, your specific goal and your why kind of do go hand in hand together. Why do you do this business and your goal kind of go together, I think. So you want to make your goals also realistic. Like you don't want to like pull some giant number out of the sky that you're never going to reach, because then you're going to like be upset and sad if you don't get it. So make your goal realistic is how I do it. I have a realistic goal and then I bump it up a notch too. So you want to bump that up, and you want to be time bound. You want to do it on a timely manner. So for you guys, your time is your 30, 60, and 90 days. You already have your time that Pampered Chef has given you, right? So you want to get that first $500 in your first 30 days. You want to get the $1,250 in your first 30 days. You want to make sure to get to the 5,000 in your 90 days. Once you've been in the business for a while, well, then your timeline would be different. So for me, I want to earn that level 2 incentive trip by July. So that's my goal, is to always get that by July. So if you're going for a career title, when do you want to earn that career title? So you want to make sure that you have an achievable goal and that you set your, map it out. You got to have a roadmap, basically. Does anybody have any questions about that? Nope. Okay.
Okay. So you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. So why should you start in September? Well, here are your little fast track rewards here and that. I think I've shared that with y'all. The whipped cream maker, I believe that Nikki's earned that. I think that Jeannie's close to earning the whipped cream maker. Sell 1,000, get the new holiday products, which I have one consultant that earned that in her first show. And then $1,250, because the $1,000 is the promotion for everybody. The $1,250 mark in your first 30 days, you get that roaster. And in your first 90 days, you get that the other pan. So if you make it in the 30 days, you get the larger roasting pan. If you make it in the 90 days, you still get a nice 2-quart. Well, I think it looks like the 2-quart to me. I can't tell by the picture. 70 value. So, and then 2,500, that the nice stainless steel skillet. 5,000 is the knife block set. That's really awesome. And who does that? Who gives a knife block for free just by doing a good job? So I know we do, right? And building a team, you'll get even more cash and be put into the recruiting giveaway. So I think that's until the end of October. I think they're going to choose 41 people to earn a gift. So, they'll draw names. I'm hoping to be one of those winners. So, and here are here of the 3 items, the 5,000. So anybody going to earn that?
Set your sights on that knife block set, ladies.
It's not impossible. Mm-hmm. Okay. Did I click more than once?
I don't know why that's a separate one, but it is for some reason.
I don't know what to tell you. And then beyond the kit benefits, so and team building. So it's not too soon to ask a friend to join you in your journey. It's better with a friend, don't you agree? Ask somebody to go on this journey with you, so you're going hand in hand together. And for each team member that you add in your first 90 days, who submits $1,250 in their first 90 days, you'll get $100 in cash. And then for each new team member you add in your first 90 days who qualifies and submits $1,250 in their first, you get an extra $100 and 50 Pampered Chef dollars to spend on products or to build your starter kit. So if there are things that you didn't get in your starter kit that you want to add, this is a good time to use Pampered Chef dollars. I know I've earned Pampered Chef dollars along the way for Excellence Award in this thing. And I looked today and I think I have over $900 in Pampered Chef dollars. Comes in handy for paperwork that we can't buy right now. So I went to get catalog today and I could only buy 10. So, but I do have clothes, but I'm trying to have, so there's fast track rewards again, right here, right? Anyway, nice incentive. And then if you promote to a director, okay, I can't see those words. If you promote, you get $500 from the company, and you're paid as a director for the next 3 months, you get another $500. And then when you promote an advanced director, now this is really thinking ahead, okay? But it's doable and people do it. But but they want to just show you money is to be had. A lot of money is to be had in your first 90 days. $3,000. Who couldn't use $3,000? I didn't do this because we didn't have this program when I started. And I didn't promote to a director for 5 years because I really didn't care about it. I remember I only started for free stuff, but again, the why changed. So anyway, so we're here to cheer you on, your business. We want to make you successful, and so does the company. And your number one priority to us is your success. So we want to celebrate and reward you when you hit your milestone. Okay, now is the best time to start your business. Okay, so wait, this seems like this we're
I know.
saying.
Yeah, it seems like a repeat.
It's like 6 times, but
we're making sure it's drilled into your head.
yeah, just like drill it, All right. And so here are some promotions, some things that are incentives for people to buy this month. Okay, so with an $80 purchase, they get a free gift. They choose the mini mix and scraper or the skinny scraper. Okay, that special will change every month. October will be different. It'll be the pizza cutter and the utility knife as their choice for guests. But I mean, I love that this company gives a free gift with an $80 purchase. It gives them an incentive to spend $80, when they know, hey, I'm going to get a free gift, I know I go for the free gift. If I'm, anywhere close to it, I'm like, well, yeah, I'm going to put an extra, whatever, $10 or $15 to get the free gift. So that's good for you and them. And of course, it's good all the way around. And then you can earn new products and seasonal items when you submit $1,000 in commissionable sales. So we have holiday products, that had just will launch in October. You'll get the products for free, which is the cinnamon plus, that little milk.
So cute.
So cute. Oh my God, I got mine already.
Yes, I did too.
Here I go again, clicker happy. And then I love this special September. So, I mean, I think it's really great. And so if you have a September party right now, these host rewards will be good until October 7th. That is our drop dead date to submit a September party. So that's what they call a carryover. So any questions about that? No? Okay. And here, of course, the 3 kits. The ultimate is everything. And I love that now they give you a choice as to your appliance that you want to choose, so that you can choose between the air fryer, the Lux electric grill, or the blender. And of course, the 2 smaller kits, but they're all phenomenal. And guess what? It's all that, we can start the business with any of those kits. It doesn't matter which one you choose. And then here in a new consultant offer, earn the enamel cast iron pan in your first 30 days when you do your 1250 in your first 30 days. Okay, so if that's your goal, then let's do it. I mean, I think it's doable if you want to have it. So
the key is to know your dates, your 30-day date, so that it doesn't pass you by. Make sure you write it down on your desk, you put it on your refrigerator, know your dates, because it would really be sucky if you missed a milestone by a couple of dollars.
Yeah. And if you need help finding that information, I can tell you it is in your consultant corner. But if you need help finding it, I will be more than happy to tell you what your days are, 30, 60, and 90. So here's where a lot of people say, well, I've got this business. Where do I start? So a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And what I tell my people is that you don't expect to know everything overnight. An athlete is not an athlete overnight, is what I tell people. He doesn't become an athlete overnight, or he or she. It takes practice. It takes time. And so does this, I mean, I'm still learning. I'm still learning every day. You know, this old dog had to learn new tricks in COVID because I did not know a virtual party. I did not know that. I was a cooking show consultant. So see, I mean, you have to adapt.
Sink or swim.
All right. So here's where you start. Okay. Who do you know? And you probably know more people than you think you do. Okay, so this is your launch list, is what we call our list of 100. I believe it's about 100 people. So just keep thinking who you know. So your friends, it might be, you know, in your social circles, if you have mothers groups, if you have your work groups, your coworkers, friends, neighbors, relatives. We always try to hit them up. Siblings, coworkers, your holiday greeting card list, your digital Facebook friends, Instagram, Snapchat friends, email contacts. There's a lot of people, community contacts, so it could be your doctors, your hairstylists, your postmen, your church members, your phone favorites, people that you call or text all the time. I have a few. And your friends' parents. So my friend's parents probably not living anymore. Terrible. Or your favorite foodie. So this is where you started creating a list of people who you want to approach about the business. And don't feel bad about asking. You know, they're not going to bite you. And this is something that we're doing for them, not necessarily for you. This is something we offer them, and how they can earn free and discounted products. So, all right. So making contacts, okay. 8 contacts a day will pave the way. 4 is good, 6 is better, and 8 will make you great. And I quite honestly, I have to tell you, I may do that. I may do that in a day, but I don't pay attention to what, you know, because I do talk to multiple people in a day based on my parties. So I will go into my parties and try to chat with those people, especially the ones who have placed orders. And I will do an individual chat with them, thank them for the order, and ask them if they have any questions for their products, and ask them how they know the host. I have an open-ended question. And usually they answer it if they see the message, because I'm asking them a question and now they're motivated to tell me why they know the host, you know. So we all get the exact same 65 days. The only difference is what we do with them. So, but anybody have questions so far? Okay, so this is how to reach out to your potential hosts. And I think I might have shared this with a few people. So for a virtual party, say, hey, Jeannie, I don't know if you saw, but I just started doing Pampered Chef because I'm so in love with the products. I'm looking for friends who can help me doing fun virtual party starting on Friday, October 1st or Friday, October 8th. I set it all up. All you do is invite your friends. It's an easy way for you to get some great products for free and discounted. And I really appreciate your help getting my business started. What do you say? So again, leaving an open-ended question is really nice. My wording is, would you consider hosting a fun virtual party, you know, and give them 2 days to choose from. That way, you know, if they have, sometimes it's like over their heads, yeah, you know, I'll do it someday, you know. Well, and that may happen if you don't give them, you know, just like I feel like I like to give end dates for my parties, because if you don't tell people when the end dates are, they're going to just they're just like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll order tomorrow. That's the way people do, you know. So, but you've got to ask, and asking, it needs to be a personal ask, in my opinion. You can't just put it out on Facebook, hey, anybody want to do a party? That would be the same thing as if I stood outside my house and stood on the stoop and I yelled, hey, anybody want to do a party out here in my neighborhood? Do you think anybody's going to answer? Probably not. Now, if I approach my neighbor directly and say, hey, Retha, would you consider hosting a party for me? Because I just started this business. Now, do you think that might work a little better? Just to do a personal ask and not just a blanket post. I mean, you might get something on a blanket post. From my experience, that those don't work too well. Like when you just post something and do a blanket ask, So, all right, here's some great verbiage to use to get more hosts for the next week. Message 15 to 20 people. Now, it sounds like a lot, but it's basically a copy and paste. This is a graphic that you can use. I'm a Pampered Chef consultant, helped me launch my new business. Hi, I'm now a Pampered Chef consultant. Very exciting. I'm setting up my first round of virtual parties. Would love to include you as one of my hosts. What does that take, you ask? Very simple. Just say yes, and I'll do the rest. I'll have a couple quick tasks for you to do, no more than 5 minutes. At the end of the week, you'll have a nice shopping spree, and you'll be helping me launch too. I think you'll love the party experience. Well, you'll learn lots and your friends will really enjoy it. What do you think? Can I count on you? That's another one I like to use is, can I count? So they might say, maybe not right now. Maybe they say, no, right now is not a good time. What do you say then? Do you just say, okay, thank you? That's not what I say. I say, okay, I realize that right now not be a good time, but would you mind if I circle back around and say, 2 or 3 months, maybe that would be a better time? Sure.
Yep, I say the same thing.
We'll say sure.
I always ask for permission too. Would it be all right if I contacted you again?
Right. Would it be okay with you? Because then when I follow them, I say, hey, as I promised, I'm following up with you. And so it's all on your words, as you see, it's just really wording. And so do you think these words are helpful for you? Maybe.
Very helpful. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, good. Look. Okay, I see Nikki's chats. Okay. All right. Host coaching. So this is how we coach our host so that we make sure that their parties are successful for them and us. So what is host coaching? It's supporting your host before, during, and after the party. The host plays a big role in having engaging and fun party. So host coaching will set them up for success. Why is it important? When a host coaching is done effectively, you will see better attendance, a better experience for your guests, and a more compelling story to share the business opportunity. So that's why we tell people to over invite in their parties, because I'll have people invite 5 people in their parties. And I'm like, just so you know, this is, you need to invite at least 100 people. And they'll go, oh my God, I don't know 100 people. Well, I think you do. Just try. I'll go look at their friends list and they have a list of 500-600 people on their friends list. I don't say anything about that, but I just say, hey, just do your best you can. Because when we tell them, it's a law of averages, like if we have 25 to 35 people, those people, you're going to have 10 orders on average. So it's, we're starting from 100 and you have 10 orders. It's, a very low average. So if they're starting with 5 people, of course, that average is going down. So it's important to make sure they have good attendance. So, all right. A host who feels unsure of what to do is much more likely to cancel. But I have very little people who will cancel when they're not sure. I had one lady who was scared when I told her to 100 people. I might have to reschedule, and would never can. So I don't know why she got scared about that, but she did. But it's only been one, so that's not so bad, right? So every host usually wants to be successful, but we try to, coach them in a way that, want to get them there. And that's what you tell them. Like, I want to make sure you are successful, so I'm going to coach you along the way. Okay. Make sure you're commenting, not just liking things. The more you're visible, the more they're going to react. Just don't have the party and not say your party, because that's like if you invite people to your house and you hid in the bathroom. It's the same thing. So being there, being present in party that you invited your people to be in is important for them to be active and comment. It may not feel like others are commenting. It may not be, but they're watching if their host is commenting, if that makes sense. So this is your host only shop for a while. Get as many products as possible. It's not something you are doing to them. It's something you are doing for them. And sometimes feel uncomfortable coaching those who are closest to oopsie. And to make it more comfortable, ask them for permission to practice your host coaching on them using some of the scripts provided in the training course. So anyway, any questions thus far? All right, next, I will let Miss Louise do the next one.
All right, so you want to let your hosts know how excited you are about their party. You want to find out what they are most excited about. You definitely want to find out what is on their wish list. If you're doing a virtual party, you want to make sure to have your host welcome the guests to the party. Just like Anna said, it's their party. Just like if they were having guests come to their home, they would be welcoming them. And you want to message your host with a daily task that they can post into the party every day. So most people say that they don't know what to post. So if you just give them something easy to post, you know, what my favorite product is the mix and chop. What's your favorite product? You know, that's a super easy one. You can even give them some graphics that they can post to it as well. You want to find out what products are on their wish list so that you can make sure to help them have a party so they can get it for free. So like, for instance, you know, if they have the higher ticket items on their wish list, you want to know that so that you can help them have a higher average party. Also, I would suggest that they go ahead and add some of the items to their host cart right away. For instance, way back when our air fryer was blowing out of the shelf. So if it was in their cart, it would be saved. Right now, the only thing I think we have not available is the cold brew coffee thing. I think. I could be wrong. Anyway, so it's important just to know what their wish list is. Also, if they have a lot of products on their wish list that are in the new consulting kits, then that's a sure, easy way to ask them about joining the business because, hey, half your products are in this new consultant kit. And you can get it for ever kit, $79, $129, or whatever it is, $249. Also, in Consultant's Corner, as you can see right here where it's circled host coaching, Pampered Chef has all the tools necessary for you to host coach your host. So can you share your screen to show it, or should we not work? Just so that they can see where it is, or is that too complicated?
Consulting Corner, you want me to do that?
Yeah, is that too complicated?
Well, no, I don't think. I will have to exit this screen to get it. Okay,
So in Consultant's Corner, under the party, look how quickly she's navigating through Consultant's Corner. Now she's at her recent parties, and she is going to click on somebody, Kathy. And then you see right there, it says host coaching. She's going to click on that. And checklist, voila. So this is great for new consultants because you might not know what to, ask your host. So this is a checklist, and you can go through those, and they're great for virtual parties as well as in-home cooking parties. You can go through that checklist and, use what works for you. But what I like to use is the letter. So if you scroll down a little bit, there is a letter that you can send straight to your host. I have one that I just copy and paste from each time. And so I just get rid of that is what is automatically put there, the default from Pampered Chef. So I just erase that, and I have my own little blurb that I copy and paste from other parties that just says, you know, hey, I'm super excited about your party. I have your Pampered Chef. I have your Facebook party group set up for you, and I will invite you on Saturday. Please be sure to over invite. I suggest inviting at least 100 people. And then you, I say, treat this, like Anna just said, treat this like a party. If it was in your home, be sure to engage with your guests. Let's have a great party. And then I add, you can just insert. So I'll insert the current host special. I'll insert the current guest special. And then I usually insert, if we have a promotion, a new consultant promotion like we have this month, I'll insert that as well. And then I also include their host, their shopping link. Like, this is your shopping link that you can text or email to anyone that is not on Facebook. And I also include the host dashboard. So it's all right there, super easy. And then that you just click send, and it'll send it to your host. And then if I have multiple hosts in that week, I just copy and paste into the next host, and I send that out 2 days, usually 2 to 3 days prior to their party. I'll send that out to them. And then I text or message them, whichever is the way I am communicating with that host, and just to let them know to look for it, because sometimes it ends up in their
spam folder.
Their spam folder. So I'll let them know to look for that. So Pampered Chef makes host coaching super easy with all of those great tools.
Yeah. All right. And so building relationships with customers in a virtual party is very important. So I try to have like conversations with people. For the ones that I can't say that I do every person in the party. If I had time to do that, I would. But at least the people who order, or you see they're very active in the party. So if people like you, they will listen to you. But if they trust you, they'll do business with you. And this is very true. And that's what you try to do. You try to gain their trust, you know, and they're more likely to do business with you in the future, trust you. So and what do you feel like when you hear no? Okay, nobody likes to hear that word no.
No.
It doesn't feel good. And it probably doesn't feel good to anybody. And so what do you do when you get that objection? When you get an objection, do we give up and say, okay? Or do we walk through the objections? We often hear, I don't have any friends. I hear that a lot. I don't have time. You hear that a lot. Like, what this really doesn't take but 5 minutes a day. And no one is working right now. And you know that isn't true. So, I did it. What we want to say when that happens, we have problem solvers and give solutions, because, you know, if they say, all right, well, I can't write because I'm too busy. Well, we have to offer. Okay. The FFF formula, felt. I know how I feel the same way. I'm queen of busy. But what I have found is, and let's take the example, no one's working right now. I understand how you feel. I feel the same way too, but I found is that many of your friends are working from home, cooking more now more than ever before, and looking for a fun distraction that can benefit their family. And let's give it a try and see what happens. Sound good? Let's set. Sound good to me? Okay, let's do it. I don't have time to host a party. And so you say, I know everybody's really busy these days, but it makes it much better when we take the time to get together with our friends. It's so much fun. It takes a lot less time than what you think. All you need is 5 or 10 minutes a day, nothing to lose. Let's give it a try. What do you think? Okay. And I don't know anybody. I don't have any friends. Well, understand that it's hard to know who to invite. Fortunately, there are a ton of people who love Pampered Chef, and I can help you brainstorm a list. What if we work together to get it started? Maybe. Okay. I don't want anyone to feel pressured to buy. I completely understand. We offer a lot of great products that are under $50. So, but don't worry, there's absolutely no pressure to buy anything. My goal is to provide great time, safe tips, and products with your friends and make it fun for everyone. So give it a try. So we're trying to offer solutions to the naysayer. See up here, we're saying that Dash is a good place to go. Okay, Dash, start with welcome and getting started. I think some of you have been in there. You set goals, learn about rewards, discover your why, start planning your first party, which both are doing so much more in training program. Teach Me Webinar 101 and 201. And additional training site would be virtual PC training on Facebook. I don't remember if I added you to the group, but I will do that. And then Dash training, virtual training 101 and 102. Dash is really a good resource. It's very good.
And with Dash, just so you know, the more you do, the more that will open up for you to do. So it's also very fun and addicting once you get going, because you're going to earn points and badges. Like a video game.
And I've been in there like recently because I was trying to learn about the new product. So anyway, so step 1, envision your why and create your goal. Number 2, make your launch list. Number 3, pick your party dates. Number 4, contact your friends, family, acquaintances to offer the party. Number 5, Stephanie Richardson's video on 5 contacts. Where is that? Is that in that?
That's in pcteamtraining.com.
Okay, it's in that group. Okay. Step 6, track your contacts. Step 7, Dash training. How many points can you have by next Tuesday? And step 8, check in with your recruiter director. Step 9, see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel for additional training. And it's not next week. It'll be the week after that, right?
Yeah. Next week will be a cook along.
Cook along. So we do a cook along one Tuesday, and the next Tuesday we do the consultant training.
We alternate. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So question and answer. Time for you to ask questions if you have any. Any questions? You can, if you can't talk, you can put in the chat.
Or you can just unmute and ask.
Okay. Nikki says she has a party booked for next week. Ooh, ooh. And he's got one going on right now. But so everybody here is excited as far as I can see. I'm still excited 12 years later, just saying.
I don't think you ever lose that excitement. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, and it's like, you know, I have my financial planner who says to me, when are you going to stop working? And I said, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to stop working. I love what I do.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes,
thank
well,
you.
yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I think, oh, I think I've had enough, but I keep going.
Yeah. I know that Jeannie has to get up really early. So,
yeah.
And
all right.
After 9 o'clock, she has to get up.
Well, I hope to see you. I hope to see you guys in 2 weeks for part 2.